Season 2 of the series of Unfortunate Adventures. Have you watched season 1?
Nope.
This is gonna be fucking interesting for you because
Yeah.
we're gonna watch the trailer, and then once we watch the season 2 trailer, before I react and say this looks really cool or shit compared to the first season, I would like to get you to try and explain to me what we just watched. Have you read the books?
No, I haven't.
Have you watched the original Jim?
I saw the original movie. Yeah.
Why are we watching all these things that fucking Jim Carrey was in the original
of?
for? That's
I don't know. Weird coincidence.
Weird coincidence. You watched that one? It's fucking terrible.
Yes, I
I
did.
hate it. I hate it so much. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's a bad movie. Read the description out for this thing.
I didn't get a description for this. It's a series of unfortunate events. I mean, the title sort of explains it, doesn't it?
Try and explain to me what
This cat
what the show's
all up
about.
wants to kill these kids so he can get all the money.
That is spot on. That is spot on.
Nailed it.
Let's
The
watch
moment
the
I
thing.
told the Baudelaires their parents perished in a terrible fire, they've had adventures in all sorts
Well, they're telling you all
of
now. See,
exotic
they're telling you what
locales.
happened in the first season.
I've just
Yeah,
dropped them off at boarding school.
I know all about you. You've been sent to guardian after guardian, and adversity has always followed. I'm afraid that you'll have to live in a small tin shack.
Crabs.
Our shack is crabs. Our parents were a part of something.
Gotta get
Might
this
be
show
the reason all
finished
these
before that
terrible
baby
things keep
grows up.
happening. Count Olaf is still looking for us.
Does this seem like a nightmare? Because that's the effect I was going for.
Who is this man?
That's Count Olaf in disguise. He's in the middle of a scheme to steal our fortune.
What sane man would
see,
disguise
Ash?
himself
No
4
one-
times in a row?
No one ever recognizes when he disguises himself.
Jeez.
That's,
Lost
that's
our
the
parents
gag.
in the
We
That's
lost
the
our
gag.
parents as
Only
well.
the kids.
We've seen a lot of things we can't explain. Like a spyglass.
Where
Where'd you get that? There's a secret.
We're part of a mystery and we'll never be free until we figure out what it is.
We have eyes everywhere.
Oh, we got
We
Nathan
are
Fillion this
always
season?
watching.
Aya.
We don't have much time.
I think I've got it.
Open up in there,
No!
please.
This time, I have no mercy. I won't be satisfied with just your fortune. I will obliterate you in the cruelest way imaginable.
Show's going
Camaraderie
into
at
some
this
dark
hospital is
territory.
really
What is going
inspiring.
on? This is
We
R-rated
need to keep
shit.
moving.
Yeah.
Baby driving. That's
wish you
definitely
luck.
R-rated.
I think you're going to need it.
This episode in the lives of the Baudelaires is about to get much, much worse.
So, go on.
But I don't know. I don't know what to say.
So, the thing, I can't remember how many books there is. I think there's like 12, 13 books. The first season, I think they can only do 3 seasons or something like that if we work it out. The first season was going 2 episodes per book. And I think it was only 8 episodes
Yeah.
or maybe 10.
Well,
So it
They're
got
only
through-
planning to do 3 seasons, so
that would make sense then, because if they're sticking to the same idea of 2 episodes a book, so you basically get an hour and a half movie ish, or hour 15 or whatever, depending, per book. It makes sense. I think the first season wrapped up around the same point, or maybe not a little bit. It seemed like it's the same point as the original fucking shitty Jim Carrey movie. But they got taken to some school place, you know. Finally they were taken away from Count Olaf, and they're left in this school. But then of course he's not dead, he's not captured. I can't remember. I can't remember if he nearly died or the cops like got him. It was a very, very long time ago. My watching of the first series is actually tied very specifically to memories. You know, do you ever watch like movie or TV show and you watch it during like a period of your life, or like when something's happening or something happened and then it's kind of like tied to that event forever, if that makes sense? Because
yes.
it was the show that I was watching when I turned the internet off in my old house. So I turned the internet off in my old house when I was still living in it.
Yeah.
And then I put a lot of time into coming to my parents' house here, downloading it all onto my phone, because they introduced that feature around the same time we could save TV shows and movies onto your mobile devices, and they would last, I think, like a week or two or something like that. So
Yeah.
and then I'd go home and I would lay in bed and watch an episode or two on my phone, or an episode in the morning or something like that, because I didn't have the internet. So I watched the entire first season on my iPhone. That's how I watched. Oh,
How God intended.
No, actually, I watched the finale on my TV here. But that's how I watched all the show. It looked really good in whatever
On that small screen.
fucking size it was. But it was a good looking show, I'm sure. It looked great then. I'm sure it's in 4K and everything like that. But
Yeah.
that said, at the time when I was looking for something to watch on my phone, I was like, surely this is, it's mostly talking. Like it seemed like the kind of show. And I hated the first 2 or 3 episodes. I absolutely hated it. I was just like, this is just as much stupid garbage as the movie. And it's also worth pointing out, I tried reading the books when I was a kid. Fucking hated those too.
Yeah.
I think I read a book and a half, and I was just like, this is terrible. This is garbage. I remember, because I was in primary school at the time, because I'm not as old as it's Ash's birthday, everyone, this week, by the way. Got him. Got him. Because I'm a youngling. I was in primary school, and I'd finished reading whatever the latest Harry Potter book at the time was, and the librarian was like, well, you should start this other series, the Series of Unfortunate Events. It's the same. And I started reading it, and I was like, this is just some emo bullshit about fucking kids trying to get murdered, and they're just complaining all the time. And
It's completely different to Harry Potter.
It is completely different to Harry Potter. I don't know. My librarian was a fucking horrible
Harry
liar.
at least gets a couple of weeks off before someone tries to kill him.
That's true. That is very much true. It's similar in the sense that Voldemort's always coming back, like Count Olaf, I suppose. That must have been her tying connection to the whole thing. I
3 kids.
3. Yeah, it's you know what? My librarian was on the ball, actually.
Yeah.
It all makes sense now. It all makes perfect sense. But sure. Would you have any interest in checking out the first season at all?
Yeah, I'll probably check it out. Maybe when season 2 drops, and then just binge watch it all in one go.
Did you never have interest beforehand, like when it dropped last year?
No, I didn't have Netflix that time last year, so
holy shit.
I know. Yeah.
Why?
I think we were like on data caps, and it was like, doesn't make sense too.
Okay.
And I'm making more money now, so I can be a more responsible non-Tom.
A more responsible non-Tom.
Read into that what you will.
Can do. I'm excited for season 2. Or by excited, I mean I'm looking forward to watching it. I'm not like antsing in my pants for it. Drops end of month. I feel like something else more important's out at the end of March. That would be taking up time. Ni no Kuni 2.
Yes.
Is the answer to that question, I believe. So that might just fuck me. But I'll watch it eventually because I did enjoy the first season. And also, I'm mental blanking on his name. What's the main actor's name from How I Met Your Mother?
Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris is great in that fucking show. Like, it was basically a role that he
was meant to play.
Oh yeah, it's one of those roles where you're like, that guy was meant to play that role because you can tell he has a lot of fun with it, and he gets to exude the kind of stuff
and does all the faces and the voices and
which is all the stuff have you seen like his Halloween pictures with his family and shit like that? Yeah,
mental.
So it kind of makes sense for him, I think. Anyway, looking forward to that.